Is there anybody hotter with free plays, especially in the big dance, than yours truly? I mean, it's just been a phenomenal run, but there's a problem with that, and I'll get to it in a minute. But overall, here, 33-9 roll with the complimentary plays. That's all sports combined. 13-1 with the last 14, because yes, I actually lost the play yesterday. After hitting 12 in a row, I went 1-1 yesterday, cashing with BYU, but losing with St. John's. And in the dance, I'm 10-1 with my complimentary plays. Not too shabby. Now, the problem is that over at DeMarcoSports.com, the last 10 days, my record is 3-5-1. And yes, I can do math. I did take a pass in one of those days. And my raise the bar 20 dime releases in that stretch, 3-4-1. Okay, not absolutely devastating, but not good either. And especially since two of them lost by a combined 3 points, but that's another day and another story. So I've got two important announcements to make for you today, and pay attention. First, I can tell you that, well, something I've said how many zillions of times over the years. You guys should be able to repeat this in your sleep. I never let yesterday impact how I handicap, analyze, or release games the following day. So the fact that I lost yesterday with North Carolina, the fact that I lost on Friday, means absolutely nothing to me. I'm not one of these guys that's suicidal, that's always walking on the ledge. That's not me. I keep it even keel. So you should not be surprised today that I have the 21st ever 30 dime college basketball release of my career. And we're talking about in 24 years at this site, number 21. You know, 15 dime plays, 5 dime plays, that range, 5 to 15, that's where 90% of my plays fall. I've always had an economy of scale, so I could keep a tight range so you know how much I like to play, and you also know how to play accordingly to your own bankroll allocation system. But the game is the early game between Connecticut and Florida. Now, I just gave you a free winner on Connecticut the other night against Oklahoma. And I like Florida in the win the whole damn tournament, but we're talking about a big, substantial number here, 9.5 points for the two-time defending champions. Can they stay within that number? The other reason I never hold back when I see plays that I absolutely love is I can live with the fact that I might lose the play because I'm a big boy and you're adults too. So, you know, as I've said, there are no guarantees in gambling. And if I lose this play, well, you know, I can live with myself because I can't live with myself if I don't release a play when it deserves to be rated at a certain level. That I can't forgive myself for. So, anyway, that's going to be the play. Now, the important announcement for you is this. If you happen to buy either one of my losers the past 2 days, meaning Friday and Saturday, if you go over to the site, you will find that play is already in your account for free. Yes, it's free. My way of giving you a make good because that's the type of guy I've always been in this industry. It's not just about making money. Listen, we can all be capitalists, but you have to be fair. Now, those of you that are on long term packages, because the last week or so has sucked, I've had customer service extend your packages 7 more days. And if I happen to take a pass in that stretch, you know by now that means really 7 more plays, whether it's in 7 days or 8 days or 9 days. So that's how I've taken care of all of you who have shown me your patronage and your loyalty. Now, without going any further, let me just say that if you have not bought a play from me recently, if you're not a package player, you want to get the big play today, hey, the easiest way to do it is check it out at the bottom of the screen, the 2 day free all access pass, where you get all the plays of all the handicappers for free, not only today, which would be a smart move to make it, but another day within the next 7 days. You get to choose as well. The choice is yours. The pass is free. You have nothing to lose other than the fact not taking advantage of a free offer. And again, that's available over at DeMarcoSports.com if you've never been a customer before. And if you have any questions, you can always contact customer service. Okay, with that being said, let's get to your complimentary plays. I'll do these in reverse chronological order. I'm going to go with Alabama, minus the 5.5 in a game that starts at 6:10 Eastern Time in Cleveland against St. Mary's. I know St. Mary's is a very popular pick in this spot, but ultimately, when it comes down to St. Mary's, um, I always just look at their conference affiliation. And I know Gonzaga, who I also used as a freebie the other day, advanced before losing and gave Houston all it could handle yesterday. But I've never been a big St. Mary's fan. Yes, they have the height and they should dominate on the boards here. When you're starting 2-7-1 guys in Wessels and McKeever, and you've got six guys on your team that are over 6'8", yeah, you should do a damn good job on the boards. But this is a team that against Vanderbilt found itself down by 12 points in the second half before rallying for that 59-56 win. Clearly, this is going to be a game that's going to see which team can impose its will in terms of tempo, because you have not only a Alabama team that's number one in scoring at 91.1 points per game, which FYI, that's five more points a game than Gonzaga has averaged this season. But you have a team that also, according to KenPom.com, is, in terms of tempo, the fastest in the nation. And you've got a St. Mary's team that only yields 60.5 points a game. And I think ultimately here that you're going to have Alabama will be the team that will be able to get some good substantial runs in the game, but St. Mary's isn't built to respond to those type of runs. So that's how I think this game is going to be decided. Plus, the other thing with Alabama, and granted, they did not look good against Robert Morris on Friday, 90-81, escaping against the number 15 seed. But as you know, I used the Colonials many times here in the final month and a half of the season. They finished on a red hot roll. So there you go. But Alabama has faced teams that want to slow down the tempo in the SEC, like Tennessee and Texas A&M. So what they're going to face today is not totally foreign. And plus, I just think this point spread is great at 5.5. So I'm going to go with Bama and see if that SEC team can deliver. Then on the earlier card at 2:40 Eastern Time, East Regional action in Raleigh, I'm going to go with Duke minus 12.5 points over Baylor. Cooper Flagg looked pretty damn healthy to me in his 22-minute stint with 14 points and 7 rebounds in the 94-49 blowout of St. Mary's the other night, didn't he? I like the fact that Duke is a bigger team too in this spot, because remember, um, Baylor lost their starting center, who's the 6'10 junior, who I am not about to try to pronounce his last name, to a season ending knee injury in the middle. Actually, it was February 8th, early in the season. So they don't have anybody taller than 6'7" in the normal rotation. And this is a Baylor team that has been a lousy performer on the road this season, 1-8-2 ATS and true road games. And I know this is a neutral site game, but if you check the map, Durham, North Carolina is pretty damn close to Raleigh, North Carolina. And if this game ain't in Waco, it's a road game for Baylor. That's how I look at it. And this is also a team that has been so bad in quad 1A games this year, going 1-11 straight up. I don't think it's too big of a margin for Duke to cover. So again, I like Duke and I like Duke and Alabama, and I like them in that order. Duke, clearly the number one choice for the free pick today, and then Alabama would be number two. Guys, I wish you well, and we will do this again on Monday. Good luck, everybody.